Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where one of my missions here is to help you to get more aligned with yourself, with your life and with the universe. By the way, do you know what alignment is? Have you been feeling aligned lately? Let me know in the comments below. If you don't know the answers to these questions, today I'll tell you how it feels like to be aligned and I'll give you 10 signs and symptoms to help you identify if you are out of alignment. Full alignment makes you feel like there is a heaven inside you. It is amazing. You can see divine perfection in everything, and you can even see the beauty behind the difficulties. Your heart gets full of bliss and gratitude, and it gets so easy to connect to the divine energy. I felt like this many times before in my life, but unfortunately, these moments don't last long enough. Ideally, we should live in this state of bliss all the time, but because of the way we have developed our relationship with what we call reality, it doesn't take too long to bounce back to the human way of thinking and living life. And then we get trapped again in worry, fear, anxiety, and concerns about life and the future, which take us completely out of alignment. I'll not go into details about why it happens because that's a topic for another video. Today, my intention is to help you to identify if you're out of alignment. I've made a list with 10 signs and symptoms, and if you have anything to add, please let me know in the comments. Many things can cause lack of energy: work, relationships, worries, lifestyle, and even diet. But if you are constantly feeling tired and it doesn't matter what you do, you cannot recover, it might be because of lack of alignment. Energy is the currency of the universe. If you are spending it into something that's not aligned with you in any aspect of your life, it is like buying something really expensive that doesn't serve you at all. You just get poor. When you spend energy with something that's aligned, that gives you pleasure and fulfillment, it becomes like a battery that recharges itself, and it will keep you energized inside out. For you to understand how lack of alignment can cause lack of mental clarity, think about a lamp. The light is in the center, but if the glass around is full of dirt, the light cannot go through. The same thing happens to you. If your mind is full of worries and fears, they will impact your judgment. How can you expect to have clarity then? You need to clean the glass first, your mind, and the things that are clouding you so you can see the light. Emotions are a great thermometer to measure how your life choices are impacting you. Obviously, if they are not aligned with your essence, you will experience some side effects like anxiety, depression, and a feeling of emptiness. Now, pay attention to what is causing the negative emotion. Is it an aspect of your life that when you look at it, you don't really feel good about it? Or is it something that you are overthinking, creating expectations, and getting frustrated? There is a difference between them, and it is good if you can identify where the lack of alignment is coming from, if it's the situation itself or your thoughts about it, because it will be easier for you to fix it. If you are feeling disconnected from yourself and or having difficulties to connect to other people around you, that means you are completely out of tune. That might be because of a phase that you are going through or something that happened and you don't know how to deal with. Disconnection is a self-defense mechanism to avoid pain and suffering. Now, the question is, will you wait until it passes or will you do something about it? For the same reasons, besides disconnection, you might also present the next symptom that I'll cover. We all have crutches in life, but are you using yours as a stress relief or to numb yourself down? How do you know the difference? Well, it is not about what you do, it's about how many hours you spend doing it. If it's a stress relief, usually an hour or two would be enough. If it's more than that, then it might be an attempt to avoid life. Numbing and disconnection can create addictions, and they can be literally anything that you do in excess. It is not only chemical substances that make you addicted. Some of them might even look healthy at first, like sports and books. But if you spend more than 3 hours a day doing it, and they're not part of your profession, how can that be healthy? Other ways of escaping are drinking, drugs, games, social media, watching TV, and oversleeping. Speaking about sleeping, it brings me to this topic. When something happens in your life that takes you out of your center, the most obvious symptom that you have is the way it impacts your sleep and your eating habits. Sleeping and eating too much or too less, all of them indicate that something is out of alignment. So if you notice any change in one of these behaviors, check what is happening in your life that is affecting you. Reality is a reflection of your inner world. So another good indicator that you are not okay is when things around you start to go wrong. Just for you to have an idea about what I'm talking about, once I was out of alignment because of my job and I had a mirror, a water heater, and my mobile phone screen breaking in less than a week. Can you imagine how much negative energy I was putting out? And it's not only about things going wrong. Pay attention to how people react to you. Most of the time, they reflect your state of being. When you are fine, they're more friendly and smiley. When you are not so fine, they'll mirror you. Another good indicator that you are out of your center is when you have a disease or some sort of physical pain. Your body is a biological machine, and if something is out of alignment, be in your life, your mind, or energy field, your body will break. And then you might say, yeah, but there are viruses and bacteria out there. Yes, it is true, but you also have an army to fight them, your immune system. And if it's not strong enough, you should really ask yourself what is going on that's making it weaker. I have another video about what truly makes you sick where I explain more about this. Have a look at it later. Any kind of extremes indicate lack of alignment. So if you feel that nothing interests you or you are too obsessed about something, it is clear that you are out of balance. Personally, I think it's easier to deal with lack of interest than obsession because you just have to keep searching and trying new things until you find something that gets your attention. Now, obsession is harder because it comes from attachment towards something or an idea, and sometimes it is complicated to let it go and detach yourself from it. I don't know if you notice, but when we are obsessed about something, our energy ends up blocking the process. When was the last time that you were obsessed and you managed to get what you wanted? When things are not aligned with you, they'll not flow in your life and you'll have a lot of obstacles. If you have to force it, it is a good indication that it's not for you. Though pay attention, as I've mentioned on the previous topic, if you are too obsessed, your energies might be jamming the process of getting what you want. It's hard to tell the difference, and I would advise you to avoid extremes. Don't give up too easily and don't get stuck into it for a long period of time. When working to achieve something, take action on the present moment because you like what you're doing and be open to receive any kind of outcome. It is hard to talk about time because it depends on what you want. I would say that if you want to master something, 2 or 3 years is a good time frame to see solid results. And if you don't, probably it's not for you. So, are you having any of these signs and symptoms? I do hope not, but if you do, I hope you manage to get back to your center as soon as possible. Life doesn't stop and we have to keep moving. I really hope today's video has helped you somehow. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.